A grassroots movement based in the UK has started to build traction, with membership swelling to over 400 and over £130,000 being raised for a simple purpose: to buy plots of land to be preserved and used by TWI members, with several having been purchased already. So why is this scheme considered controversial? Why have organizations such as Hope Not Hate branded it fascist and its leader a neo-Nazi? Well, that's mostly because its leadership and members uphold the importance of shared ancestry and therefore reject one of the central dogmas of modern thought: that nationality and ancestry can be decoupled and that race is an irrelevant social construct. Quite apart from the group's ideological differences on questions around the significance of identity in Britain, there's another reason as well that this movement is eliciting such negative reactions from mainstream organizations. It seeks to create a space for ordinary people to live more simple and free lives, thereby denying corporate interests of profits. By helping people to live in modest homes they've constructed themselves on the land that they own, the Woodlander Initiative is and will continue in helping to free people from the burden of mortgage payments, or the even more onerous rent payments which, in big cities now often take up as much as 50% of people's income. The social bonds that naturally form between individuals with a shared heritage and culture living side by side are another major pull factor that are driving people towards this initiative, for the simple reason that people have been systematically deprived of this necessity in the industrial world. Individuals don't even know their neighbors in many cases. There are few shared places in neighborhoods for people to congregate, and trust is non-existent, largely thanks to governments flooding the country with migrants that have their own distinct cultures and heritage. I was at the recent gathering in Wales, constructing a composting toilet and shower along with several dozen others. The willingness of members to work and make sacrifices for a common cause with no financial compensation was inspiring to witness and a testament to the willingness of Brits to pull together for a shared goal. In this case, the long-term goal is the creation of a parallel society with its own ring-fenced economy and currency that can meet the needs of people in ways that the current system manifestly cannot. The British are unhappy. They can sense that things are getting worse and that there's little in the way of constructive action happening, but always their minds go to voting and their man who'll fix things. Well, people have been hoping along these lines for a while to no avail. What's that saying about doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome? It's time people began to realize that the answer lies in doing things ourselves. Creating parallel institutions that benefit us. Parallel educational paradigms that don't shamelessly peddle racial guilt and narratives meant to engender self-hatred and apathy. Parallel means of exchange that retain wealth within communities rather than allowing our capital to be siphoned up by multinational corporations with overseas shareholders that treat the entire economic system as a game of monopoly. Things can happen in this vein if people have the will and the conviction to think outside the box. So visit the Woodlander Initiative website and find out for yourself what this program is about. Follow the Woodlander on YouTube and hear it from the horse's mouth.